We are in the final 2 weeks of the 14th annual State Champs Mr. Football race presented by our friends at Hungry Howie's Pizza. Hey, next time you want to order a delicious flavored crust pizza or any meal from Hungry Howie's, wouldn't some scrumptious Howie bread go with it? Well, it's totally free if you order online. Just go to hungryhowies.com, use the promo code CHAMPS, and boom, you get a free order of Howie bread. All right, Sean Belizean is here, and today we are talking about the 3 remaining candidates from our top 10 who advanced into the state semis. Now, Sean, 3 critical pieces to the puzzle who will need to perform well if their team have any hopes of getting to Ford Field. And if they do, it certainly improves their chances of cracking the Mr. Football Final Four.
Well, Cajun Crust would be in my personal top 10, but he's not on the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to guys on the field. Let's talk about Ty Holtz, the quarterback from DeWitt. All this kid does is win. He's lost 1 game as a starting quarterback. I think everybody remembers what DeWitt did last year, winning that championship. He was a big part of it, and it continued this year. They picked up a regional title last week in a win over Cedar Springs, and he will be taking his talents to Brown next fall. Let's stick at the quarterback position. Here's another guy. If you haven't heard his name yet, maybe you aren't paying attention. How about Dante Moore from Detroit King? Not only is Dante Moore rolling, but King, the Crusaders, are rolling as well. This is a guy that is the epitome of upping his performance in the big game. Take a look at what he's done in some of King's big games. The games against Cass Tech, the game against Cincinnati Moeller. This is the epitome of what we talk about each and every week. And that's what these guys, all 3 of them, have in common on our list. I mentioned 3 because there's one more that we need to talk about, and that is senior running back Elijah Jackson Anderson from Grand Blanc. What a magical season these guys are having. These Bobcats have been phenomenal, and EJA is a huge part of it. This is a guy that, again, when it counts most, he's putting the ball in the end zone. 2 scores last week in the win over Rockford, 3 the week before in the win over Howell, and yet again, a guy seemingly saving his best for last. And that's what this is all about. We say every single year, Lauren, what did you do in those big-time moments? These 3 have answered the call.
Absolutely. Grand Blanc in uncharted territory. Best season in their history. He plays defense, too. All right. Now, the voting for Mr. Football will end at noon this coming Monday, November 22nd. And based on the voting right now, the Rockford playmaker Zach Ahern has a great chance of automatically qualifying for the Final Four. As of Wednesday, his vote total of over 6,900 is nearly 1,800 votes above second place. Sean, regardless of how all of this shakes out, we are really going to have another tough decision in narrowing down our 10 to just 4.
Yeah, these aren't just words. I mean, this might be the most difficult time we've had in the past half a dozen years. I mean, honestly, when you look at this and you look at our own criteria, every one of these guys can make a case. So that's what's made for great football this year.
All right, now we have to say if you have a candidate in the top 10 that you really want to see into the Final Four, go vote for them as much as you can between now and noon, Monday, November 22nd, because after we go through our entire criteria, and if it's still up in the air, we quite often reference how were they received overall by the people.
Yeah, right? A huge factor. Where's the buzz? Is the buzz coming from the community? Is the buzz coming out of the community? So you're right, that is a factor, no doubt about it.
Head on over to statechampsnetwork.com. By this time next week, you will know who has advanced into the Mr. Football Final Four. Stay tuned.